Welcome to the new year. Are you ready to be the best version of you possible? Got those resolutions ready? Then let's get to it. Become a morning person. Eat healthy. Work out every day. Don't forget everything else you have to do in your day. Learn to love that kale. Make sure dinner's ready by 6. No blue lights after 9 p.m. Kale! Good job, new you. Now time to get to bed early because you get to do all this again tomorrow.
The scene you have witnessed here is a dramatic reenactment of how a lot of New Year's resolutions wind up failing. I swear no kale was harmed in the filming of this production. So is it even worth it to do New Year's resolutions anymore? Is it just a waste of time? Are we just doomed to live a kaleless life for the rest of our eternity? Not exactly. There are ways that we can actually make New Year's Eve resolutions work for us, and I'm going to show you how. So, grab yourself a drink, crank up that music, and let's get cooking. So before we can make resolutions that'll work for us, let's take a couple of quick minutes to talk about why resolutions often fail. And there's 3 common traits. The first one is, and we're all guilty of it, we load up those New Year's Eve resolutions. It is still possible to accomplish a lot in a year, but instead of loading them all up in one, we need to spread them out. Now, the second common trait as to why a lot of New Year's Eve resolutions fail is that we tend to forget we have a regular life on top of all these resolutions. We still have to get up in the morning, we have to go to work, we have to go to school, we have families to take care of, we try to carve out a few hours for some fun, plus go to the gym, walk 10 miles, eat more healthily. We gotta be real with ourselves. We need to give ourselves a break. The third, and this is probably where we wind up shooting ourselves in the foot, reason of why a lot of New Year's Eve resolutions fail is because they're focused on the result rather than the path. I bet you right now, if you were to look at your New Year's Eve resolution, it would say, lose 10 pounds, walk 10 miles. It's not bad to want those things, but we need to set the goal as the path that will get us there. Because often when we wake up in the morning and we're not instantly 10 pounds lighter, we're disappointed. And the next day when it doesn't happen, we're disappointed, even if we did a lot of work to get there. So then how do we fix this? So first, let's take a look at what we want to accomplish by the end of the year. That's the result. Now, how do we get there? So for me, if I like to lose 10 pounds, how do I get there? Well, that means I need to eat more healthily. How do I do that? Well, I'm going to resolve myself to eat out less while I'm at work. So that means bringing my lunch to work. This is now going to be my resolution. I'm going to resolve myself to bringing my lunch 3 days a week. That will get me to the goal, but this I can turn around the day and say, did I bring my lunch to work? I did! Woohoo! Score 1 for Melissa! It's a tip that I take from a lot of common MMO games. When you're starting out as a level 1, if you don't get that reward of the level up until you kill 1,000 orcs or you loot 10,000 renegades, you're gonna walk away from the game. It's not satisfying. The game knows to reward you very quickly early on and then to spread it out. So we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna put the focus on here. There's still lots of other things that I want to accomplish in 2019, but first I need to make this a habit. And setting up habits, everyone will tell you, is the most successful way to be able to improve your life. Once I take some time and focus on this, then I can layer on another habit to lead me to another result. So another tip that I like to do for New Year's Eve resolutions, I like to make sure they are as simple and easy as possible. If it requires a lot of steps, I guarantee you I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do it. And it's a tip that I think we can all kind of relate to. We have a lot going on in our lives. If we want to do something new, it's gotta be simple and it's gotta be quick. Otherwise, we're not gonna do it. So if one of your New Year's Eve resolutions is to eat healthy like mine, I've got a great recipe for you guys that not only can you do at work, you can also do at school. And how are we gonna eat healthier? We're gonna start with an old favorite. I know, I'm already hearing the comment section, Melissa, that's not healthy for you. No kidding. However, we need to build a bridge to eating healthier. If we were to just stop eating all the things we love right now and to live on grass and everything kale, how long do we think we're actually going to do that for? So remember, we start off easy and then we amp up more and more. So let's use our favorite childhood lunch as a bridge to get us there. So to this, I'm going to add some protein in the form of these cute little roasted chickens that you can find at practically any grocery store. We're gonna take this and we're going to shred it up to add into our ramen, which basically is take 2 forks and just keep picking away at the meat and putting it in nice, small, bite-sized pieces. Now we need to bump the flavor up a little bit, so I like to add some green onions. This will give the flavor a little bit of depth, a little bit of crunch, and a little bit of herbiness thanks to the scallions. And then finally, we're gonna add some heat. 1 jalapeno or serrano pepper. You can add as little or as lot as you like. Finally, we do need to up the health factor a little bit. And you can do this by using shredded kale. No offense to anyone who likes kale. I actually like to use these little broccoli slaw packages because it's a way that I can get broccoli in there that I don't wind up tasting it, and because it's in such small slivers, it will actually cook with the heat of the liquid. Finally, what's really gonna take this over the top is adding in an egg. Now this is completely up to you. It might be a little bit tough to do this at work or at school, but if you can do it, I like to add in 1 egg yolk. Not the whole egg, you can, it adds a bit of protein to it, but I at least like to get the egg yolk in there because there's a lot of really good fats that's in the egg yolk. Plus, it makes the soup so nice and creamy. Okay, now the chicken is shredded, we're gonna create our little mini bags. We're gonna add in some of the green onions. And there's no specific measurements, it's just however much you want in a dish. We're gonna add in a couple slices of our jalapenos. If you want to control the spice, you can actually take the seeds out of the jalapenos before you cut it up. Remember, the spice is in the seeds. We're gonna add in some of our chicken. And then finally, a little bit of our broccoli slaw. This will add a little bit of crunch to our noodle soup. And then finally, we top off with our egg. Now, put this in the fridge right next to your ramen, and all you gotta do in the morning is just grab these and go. So, it is now lunchtime. We take out our little package of delight, take our ramen, go ahead and prepare as per the instructions on the box. Take the egg out of our little packet. Now, if you like your ingredients to be a little bit more cooked, you can always pour these into a microwave safe bowl and put it in for about the last minute or so when you're doing the ramen. If you want a little bit of crunch left to your veggies, you can hold off and then just add these in once this is ready. Our ramen is, really cooked. Watch your fingers. That steam is no joke. Go ahead and pour this into our bowl. Add in our packet. If you find you don't have enough liquid, you can always add some more to this. Just pop it back into there and heat it up. God, it smells great already. All right, finally for the egg. I'm actually gonna crack this over our little ramen container so we can get out all the egg white and then just pour in the egg yolk. Trust me, you look like a rock star doing this at work or school. Don't worry if you can't get all of the egg white off, that's fine. And then add it to our soup. All right, now we gotta stir this in pretty fast because we want that egg yolk to break up, cook, and blend into the soup. See, instantly creamy, and we didn't have to use any fat or any cream. Super simple, absolutely delicious, especially when the weather still has a nice chill to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have variations on this, please let me know down in the comments below. Check us out next week as we are getting ready for the Super Bowl with lots of really great themed recipes for you guys for your Super Bowl parties at home. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you, awesome people, in the next video. Bye!